see by the title what time it is. See, we don't want to throw it off as just, being like a little event that everybody having on TikTok, making fun of what's going on. But this is exactly what I'm talking about when we say we put our trust and our belief, the system that they gave us, into some crazy things, man. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Y'all already know it, man. I'm sitting at this desk. Y'all see that green screen behind me? It's time to get on this computer and do something that a lot of these Google scholars so-called should have been doing. So before even going into it, I'm gonna give y'all a little minute to get up in here, and we're finna go right through it because it is just funny that people do not understand exactly what they be reading. And matter of fact, I'm also gonna pull up, if y'all want, a couple of scriptures of showing that they just don't know what the hell they be reading. So anyways, when I get into it, man, you already know I'm finna get to cooking and finna show exactly why we gotta stop falling behind these lost behind religions that has nothing in favor for us except for us to be a slave of the new times. That's it. So once I'm done breaking this down, y'all gonna see that it's all just brainwashing mechanisms and ain't got nothing to do with the actual real world. The things that they're playing amongst people is not even the things that they're trying to teach you. Of course, why would your bad guy or the person that's ruling the world teach you how they rule in the world or teach you how to rule the world yourself? That makes no sense. So when we think about things like that, you got to understand how the game is going to be played. This is not no just you came here and had a peaceful life. No, that been over with. When we had colonization and all that kick over, when men started to think that they could take over land, even though it was enough land provided for enough people that was on earth, even to this day. But the way that it play out with rules and stuff, you would never know because you have a lot of homeless people, but you got more homes. It's funny though, you probably have 1 million homeless people in one state, but you have 2 million homes that's empty. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of world that we live in. Because while we believe into the same things, the politics, the religion, or even the education system that it gave us that play in with like NASA and, us having to believe in them going to space. And that's our only way of knowing any information about space. Because if you do it, you're breaking federal laws and, certain statutes that you just can't do. So they put restrictions around things so they could play out, the governor for all of that. So the same way they did with the Bible. But anyway, some people still taking heed and think that, in this holy Bible or whatever, going to take you to the next step without having an actual understanding of anything. So now let's get it. What's good, Malini from Switzerland? That's what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and get to cooking because y'all already know what time it is. Flip this camera around. Bam. Uh-oh. It's time. The September the 23rd rapture refers to a viral online prediction largely fueled by a video from a South African pastor named Joseph Malika, claiming Jesus will take his followers to heaven on this date. Now, this is when it's time to get to what's good, Usha. Usha. What's good? Now, this is when it's time to get to it, y'all. Now, let's look at it. What is the rapture? For the audience that don't know, the rapture is a concept in some Christians' denominations. You get what I'm saying? Denominations. So whatever they did wrong or whatever, this is the time where they finna get everything back. It says the event. The event is the belief. The event is, oh my bad. It is the belief that Jesus will descend from the heavens to take all faithful Christians to heaven. The left behind, those who are not saved, will remain on earth to endure a period of tribulation. Now, let's go ahead and get into it. What's good, GOAT crew? Let's get to it because one thing about it, two things for sure, these people got to stop leading people to the blind. So if a lot of y'all don't know, September the 22nd is actually the day the sun going to Libra. Now, let me explain to y'all who the sun is before we even get lost. You can even type it easily, right? Let's do it real quick. Let's do it real quick just to show you how easily this could get done. I'm going to show you how simple it is. The sun is Jesus with a question mark. I'm just showing y'all how lost people is in this world. And you tell me if the signs ain't there. So you can have your own how you feel about it or whatever. I'll tell you no lie. I bet your astrology getting used against you. So if you don't know it, better believe it get used against you. Just like the laws. If you don't know the laws, then everything get used against you. So you must know what you're getting yourself into. So now let's get into it. Let's get into it because a lot of people don't understand how the sun, aka the Jesus or aka the light or even Aries at times, it done played out in multiple ways of how things go. So now even when you talk about the sun, right? When you talk about the sun and the tribe of Leo and stuff like that, this is you letting you know of how Judah or however you want to see these tribes. So if y'all ever notice, it said God looked into what? God looked into 360. Now, a lot of people might not understand astrology terms. You know why? Because we was all, coming up from religion and stuff, getting lost into magical squares where we thought that that was all we needed. You get what I'm saying? So let me turn this around real quick. Boom. As y'all see, the sun enters Libra at September the 23rd. Now, y'all might not understand. The sun being at a rising point, being the highest it could be, is called the spring, which is Aries. That's why they say Aries is overexalted with the sun. That means it's beyond more than enough. When the sun is just enough, that's when it's in Leo. So this letting you know it natively belonged to Leo. So a lot of y'all might not even understand that and understand how it got any ties to do with anything. But if you listen up, this is how you understand what's going on with the temperature, with the atmosphere, what Father is telling us. So when we're looking at the sun going into different signs, this letting us know that different personalities and different traits about to be created. So even when the sun itself go into another sign, we're about to have a different awareness. So later on, remember everything that I'm saying, because I'm going to walk y'all down to it to show you exactly what I'm talking about, and there's no way you can miss. So when we talk about the sun going into Libra, which is the beginning of the fall, Libra being cardinal era, which is the beginning of the fall, this letting us know right now, when the sun is entering it, they count that as the 22nd. Once the sun is in a full degree, so 0 degrees of Libra, or you would say 29 degrees of the first last sun it was in, which was Virgo, 1 degrees of it. Why y'all think, even before getting into it, why you think the justice system come about? Because they saying like God is judging you, right? God is being the judge of you. So this is also talking about the Libra constellation, if y'all do not know. So this is just to show you how they wrap you up in little squares and get you to go against everything without understanding what they're doing to you, though. You say, what's good, Sarah Love? I'm cooking right now. I can't read it right now. So boom, check this out. When you got the sun going into Libra, this is called the fall, or this is called the death of Christ. A lot of y'all might not understand that. So when it's talking about the death of Christ, it's not talking about the actual person. It's talking about the sun, but it's not talking about the sun as in what you're looking at with your eyes and thinking that the sun dying off. No, it's talking about the characteristics of the sun, what the characteristics give you. You know what I'm saying? Making you more personal. You know what I mean? So that's why Aries is overexalted. So they're over personal for a reference. Now, I'm not saying this about Aries because they learned themselves, but naturally, this is how it works. So no matter what constellation you got in Aries, like if you got the sun there, this is how this play out. Now, Mercury play out a little bit more native because that's where it belongs. I mean, not Mercury, but Mars, because that's where it belongs, just like it belongs to Scorpio as well. Now, you have these signs of where they belong and the opposite of where they do not belong. So this is when they go into the Greek mythology, Egypt mythology, Christianity, and all this. We're trying to explain their gods dying or going through a phase of death. You get what I'm saying? Or the people not believing it, however. So even when you go to the start of the Jesus is coming thing, look at it like this. Everyone being warned about Jesus is coming. That's Cancer. That's the sun going into Cancer. This is letting you know that the summer is here. So when you're looking at the sun going into Cancer, this is in a book where it's talking about all of these mass floods, where everything is getting taken over. You know why? Cancer is the beginning of water. You know what I'm saying? So Cancer is the cardinal water. So it's the beginning of a new what? New wash or renewish foundation of what? Your animalistic nature. So when it's talking about a pair of animals, this letting us know that each pair of animals represent the personalities of the people. So this letting you know that the new sun, aka the sun, is about to be presented to you. So then you go to the next sign. Start talking about tribalism. Start talking about the sun, about the Judah, the tribe of the lion. Then it goes back over to, now it's talking about the virgin, this and that. Then it's talking about the death of Christ. Then it's talking about the judgment. So y'all don't even see this. All it did was talk about the sun going from Cancer to Leo to Virgo. So it's showing you how the sun was getting ready to come, how the sun has showed itself, and then how the sun died off, and then now how you be the son of the death. So now you're being judged by the death of the son, which is how you're being judged by Jesus. So this is the reason why people get lost. They do not understand other things like astrology and stuff like that, which help them put it in the right thing. Now, get it today. The day is September the 23rd. Each time the sun moves, it moves 1 degree every day. So when you're looking at it like that, that's the reason why we have this amount of days in each month. It's not something that the man wanted to make a calendar just to do it. No, this is how man was able to track God or able to track the miracle powers that's about to be spreaded. Whether it's your miracle power coming from your awareness, whether it's coming from your feelings, whether it's coming from your dreams and imagination, whether it's coming from the things you like to communicate about or interested in, whether it's coming from the things you feel passionate to fight about, or whether it's coming from the passion of your love. All that is just all the planets. I just named them without the planets because a lot of people get lost into the astrology of it and not understand the astrology been around before these people named it astrology. You get what I'm saying? They just put a name and a concept behind it. So let's get into it. And I already broke that down with the Native Americans breakdowns of how they had a zodiac system way before being colonized. So let's go ahead and get into it. So when we looking at this, like I said, how long do the sun takes? It takes, 24 hours. So then when we look at what degrees the sun in right now, it's in 1 degrees of Libra. So this would be the time of judgment. This, what is Libra about? Look at it. Balance, partnership. Do you see this? Whether you're going to be my friend or not be my friend, whether you're going to be left behind, whether you was living your life balance. So balance and harmony don't come from like what people thinking from a whole nother person. No, this is actually just talking about the sun of how what weather we about to go to. So a lot of people will sit right there and read the part where it says something about seasons and don't even think about nothing else. Like it's telling you this is the beginning of a new season. This beginning of the new rapture or the new fall of Babylon or however you want to look at it. This just telling you the fall. That's why you call it that right now. So when we looking at the stuff, a lot of people don't even understand why they even call something. You get what I'm saying? So when you try to put in is a rapture and astrology or anything like that, no. You know why? Because they understand it. And it's linked to a Christian belief, a Jewish holiday called Rosh Hashanah. However you say it. Thank you. So when you're looking at this type of stuff, you like, let's see what that is. Oh, let's go see what that is. Because a lot of people don't know what they're celebrating. They don't understand the paganized holidays. They don't even understand why they even celebrate things. So let's get to it. Boom. Now you turn it around. Oh, shit. The etymology. Rosh is the Hebrew word for head. Ha is the defined article. Deshana means year. They mean the head of the year. They're letting you know they're entering a new year. But in the cross of it, it letting you know it's entering a new part of the crossings. Now let me break this down. Each part of the crossing has a line between it. You get what I'm saying? There's a line between Virgo and a line between Libra. It's a line between Pisces and a line between Aries. You know why? Pisces represent the end of a season. Virgo represents the end of a season. Libra represents the beginning of a season. Aries represent the beginning of a season. So even when you look at the people, even though they changed what the New Year's mean and switch that all around on y'all, because now they put it in a business-minded thing of saying this is the way that we're going to conduct business this year. So don't think that the New Year's is actually correct the way it is right now. January is not the New Year's. That's called the new way of business, aka Cardinal, which is a Capricorn, which is something called new or innovative. Then when you think about or the start of something, then when you look at the house that is in, it's the house of business, the house of social status. So the way that you would like to be rectified as or known as. So when you understand all of these powers, you have to understand that because the sun has these cycles. And these cycles don't get called in the Bible like a cycle or like the sun is looking at something. So when people hear God looked, they don't think of the sun being aware to something or bringing awareness to the people that the sun has once revealed. So everything that was in the dark, stuff like that. So let's get it. So even when they talk about the dark sun of the Scorpio house, a lot of people might not understand that. That's the reason why they move the way they do. You might not know who they is, and it might transform on you out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You might thought that was the person you was dealing with, then find out that ain't them at all. You get what I'm saying? So either way, when you go to the crossing, the reason why I wanted to show this is once a Virgo, you see that thick line between it? And this the wrong way. This don't even go this way. It start from here and go that way. Oh, never mind. This one the right one. Good. We find one that's close enough. All right, boom. See this thick line? This thick line is between Virgo and Libra. This letting you know this is the end of the summer. This letting you know this is the beginning of the fall. Same thing here. This the end of the what? The winter and the beginning of the what? The spring. So you see another thick line. So also, when you go down the board and you keep looking, you also see it here. So then when you start to understand oppositions, Sag is the opposite of Gemini. Scorpio, the opposite of Taurus. So you start seeing how opposition is. It wasn't talking about whether you're going to get along with this person in a relationship or not. That has nothing to do with it. Y'all supposed to be taking y'all uniqueness. Hopefully y'all not the same. Because then y'all can take y'all uniqueness and bring it together. Even if y'all have opposing signs. That doesn't necessarily mean something. People who think that the signs have to sextile in order for them to get along. So they'll be quick to tell you, or Aries and Gemini need to get it together. Or Leo and Libra need to get together. They do this. You know what I'm saying? And people don't understand the sextiles. So when you hear these things that come off, it come off damn near the same. You got both of them seem like they fiery, or both of them seem like they like to be the brains of the operation, or stuff like that. So you don't understand that. So when we go in even to when they say God looked in the 360, let's look at it. Let's look at it. Bam. God looked in the 360. Can you interpret God having a complete 360 degrees of awareness of everything? The awareness represents the sun. This is the reason why every month you have a different awareness. Someone that see the world in a different way or want to be seen in a different way. 12 months, aka 12 disciples, aka 12 tribes, aka 12 kids of Odin, aka 12 gods of what it was, Hinduism. So I don't get where we be going at. I don't get how people still want to mix and switch and turn everything all the way around, do the hokey pokey with everything around. And that's another thing, hocus pocus. Do a turnaround, the 360. Turn your ass away from the right shit. So then you don't understand Bible symbolism to the actual degree. You think that it was talking about a man the whole time, and it wasn't talking about a man. It was talking about Christ. Christ, not man. Man is not the same as human. Mankind and human, I mean, man is two different things. So even when we go to just looking at look all the stuff I done went through, it just shows you that it's more of a coincidence that all us woke up today. That what you're trying to tell me? It's a coincidence that we all woke up today, or y'all just interpreting the wrong thing. Y'all don't understand what you're talking about. So when you see stuff like this, you don't understand how it trends on media, social media and stuff. And that's why I be telling people everything that keep coming up here ain't good for us, bro. That don't mean it was for us. They like to throw these type of people in front of us that just main distractions. I was just telling y'all about that. These people get up here and make it seem like the world is something different because they believe in politics. And y'all idiots too. Because why is y'all still fighting behind politics systems that let you go 47 times no matter which side of the political board that you're on? No matter if you're a Democrat, liberal, Republican, no matter none of that. None of that matters. We all get hit with something that we have no control of, do not have no fingers in the operation. So you don't know what oil about to become. You don't know how much they about to rise it. You don't even know if they about to rise it. You don't know what's going on with the healthcare. You don't know what the state standard for selling certain food, even when it comes to cupcakes. You don't understand that you just can't sell things the price you want because you'll be out marketing. Not only that, the price of product will gonna be more than what you could supply. So after supplying and demanding, by you spending so much on product, you're not gonna be able to actually bring in any income or any interest. So when it get to stuff like that, we got these people playing with us after teaching us numbers and systems and showing us how they work and got us believe in them after showing, hey, don't worry. And this always been a thing. Don't act like this new America where they say Americans have a bad spending problem. They've been saying that for years. They've been saying we owe for years. It only get worse. Like how we owe to somebody else. How do we owe the government? What did we do? What did the government do for them to owe us? How they never owed us? You get what I'm saying? Like none of this shit makes sense. And when they owe you, it's literally for some shit that you actually worked for. It don't be no like, oh, I just got you on the back end type stuff. Just like what happened to you was just, oh yeah, you was paying this for rent. I mean, you was paying this for child support, but since we found out about other incomes or whatever, however, oh, you was finna do this, but we found out about other taxes and stuff like, boom, they hurry up and find that type of stuff, but they don't find out when they be wrong. Or even like the justice system. How somebody do 16 years in jail before y'all find out they weren't even at the damn crime scene. So y'all got to understand, bro, we do not actually have justice. So if y'all thought that was going to be something, y'all already done growed up on the bluff. So now what y'all going to start doing? Changing all the religious prophecies and go to say that ain't what they meant? They meant something else? No, that ain't what they meant at all because it's called a prophecy. It's talking about the event that's about to happen, the time. So when you talk about the event, what is the event? What is the event? The event is the atmosphere. Where these planets about to be at. What position they about to be in. What's about to make you feel the type of way. What's about to make you look at things differently. You get what I'm saying? So when we got this is just a big part of it. Then you got little small micro parts of it, right? Or like the Mars energy, you know. Okay, so now that you've seen it that way, what you really to do about it? You get what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So when it comes to these people, man, we already know, dog. They want to play a bunch of games, shadow banning, all that type of stuff. Already knew as soon as I was finna talk about the September 23rd event, it was finna get crazy. But yet, mind you, you go across your TikTok, as soon as you put it in once, that bit gonna be down your algorithm all day. But the way that they play, they back each other up, these support programs. That's all I'm gonna say. Because at the end of the day, as soon as you talk about stuff like that, it becomes a trend. It becomes something hot. But as soon as you know what's going on and you speak on it, it's a whole nother topic. You get what I'm saying? It's like it go unannounced. It's like it be real funny, dog. And it don't take a rocket scientist to see what's going on. And hell, a rocket scientist went to school with you. Even if you went to private school, you got to wonder, damn, what did they learn in them 4 to 8 years at a rocket science place that I did, and we've been on Earth our whole life. So I can understand me learning the business ethics of how things work or how level and the pulley work because we've been using these things for eons. But now y'all talking about space travel and all that. We ain't even really been doing that long. But yet y'all talking about something. Trust me, we doing this and doing that in space. And then years ago, we could go here, but now we can't go there because now it's going to take more this and that there. So we still believe them no matter how deep the lie go. And you got to think, y'all, When you tell one lie, you got to tell a lot more. And not only that, they digging those holes even deeper. So the lie, or aka the rabbit hole, whatever you want to look at, goes a lot deeper than what people actually see it. I told you that. You got a whole nation that taught you at the public schools, education systems, not to know anything about Native Americans. Even when it comes to the religion, the Bible don't mention Native Americans. So until somebody can debunk that, then hey, call me something else. You feel me? But it do not mention Native Americans. Not in that way at all. So now it pushes the people where it says from, which is Israel or India and all these type of places. So then when it comes to foreigners or anything having ups on you in your own country, you don't have to answer. You know why? Because they have more different than the American spirit. They don't get tired and exhausted with the shit that actually going to change something in life. They try to build towards and they try to get a little loophole out of it. Even if they got to shake hands with a messed up person. That's just the way they do it. We have lost ourselves by not even giving a damn about what's going on until we actually going through something. It's just like in the hood, like I said the other day. Everybody be talking about pop this, pop that, slide on op, slide on the block, do all this and that there. But as soon as one of their family members get shot, people yelling justice. People yelling, you know what I'm saying, go get the police. I hope they get arrested. But you just talking about how you will kill people and how other people will snitch and all this shit here. So you got a whole world full of just fake shit, bro. Just full of bullshit. They push it on you, push it on your kids. But this the type of stuff that, you know, us as people don't learn to publicize. This is what we do. You know what I'm saying? Now, as Americans, we'll sit there and share the video of 60,000 shares to a video of somebody getting dehumanized or somebody getting humiliated. So this is what we do now. So then after that, it don't fix the humiliation or nothing. It just make everything worse for them. So we live in a world where we have became comfortable with letting problems get created and become more problems instead of trying to find out why is the problems even being created. Otherwise, we wouldn't even have this political system, period. That's just being real. Because how many times a person could scar you and show you that they're not no good for you? Let me tell you what I'm going to do with your money 15 times. And all the 15 times, I'm like, you know that little $1,500 you gave me? You really owe me $2,000 now because I had to go over there and pay them. What? How I ask you for money and then charge you an interest and a principal for you to pay me back? You get what I'm saying? We allowing shit that's not human. And then we trying to figure out, okay, who is it? It's not, so it's not a human? So is it a robot? Is it a system? Because why when certain things is talked about or certain things is showed, it's pushed to the background and nobody don't understand how it's pushed to the background, whether it's media, whether it's social media, no matter what it is, somehow they get the power to move this around. But we don't even get the power to be able to increase views by trying to be more strategic, by putting in tags, by making a description that ain't too broad or too narrow that you can actually get what is being talked about in the video. Do everything they tell you to do further is marketing on your social media. But it don't work for you like that. Why? Because they have a hands in controlling things. So when they try to say they want their hands, this is them looking at it like the Virgo constellation. They plan a helping hand by helping the blind be more blind by giving them blind fucking leaders. By giving them people that can't even explain what I just explained in the beginning of this video about why people even thought that there was the rapture. Why people even said it. So you got them people who don't just say it's fake, but I'm going to tell you why it's fake and how it's real at the same time of what they got lost by. So that's how deep it goes, bro. But you know, that ain't what hot right now. People don't want positivity or someone that's actually smart. You know why? It hurts. It hurts. And then you got to sit there and change your whole life because your whole life you done lived a lie. You get what I'm saying? So now somebody telling you to switch your life, of course it hurt. Of course you're uncomfortable. Of course you don't want to hear no more of that shit. I ain't never met somebody in my life that got told about their ass and was happy to hear it. And if they were that motherfucker just lied to you. Ain't nobody in their life been happy to get told about their ass and sat there. They probably be happy later on in life because they realized the value. It wasn't about the person just talking. It was about the principle. So now you're able to take in more of the things that was actually going on. So it wasn't talking about that. You get what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, shout out to Ali too, bro. I meant to say that. But yeah, going into it, y'all, I just had to show y'all that because you got people right now that just lost and they don't know how these people got lost. Like, let's talk about it. Look. The sun, the boots, however you want to say it, in Libra on September the 22nd, marks the beginning of the fall in the northern hemisphere. So now, do y'all see why they had different times? How they was like North Korea time, it's supposed to be hitting here. What's the name? It's supposed to be hitting here, right here. They made it like God was going to come up with a clock and just go to picking up people like, yo, I told y'all, come on, y'all, come get on the bus. I told y'all, all y'all that was coming with me, come ride out. Bro, it's like, y'all got to think of how unrealistic these fucking religions sound. is literally the same thing as you waiting on Santa Claus and being a child that never caught Santa Claus coming through the chimney. But yet, it been presents there the whole time. Motherfucker ain't tell you that whole time, man, was your parents bringing that? Do you know if you never tell a child that Santa Claus is not real, they'll believe it? Because of what they've been told throughout school and what y'all get them to work with and believe. But yet, if you tell a kid about Native American history, they don't even feel like it got anything to do with anything. So y'all make it sound like a whole civilization that lasted before y'all had no intellect, had no wisdom. Yet, they didn't go through the problems we're going through. They didn't have fossil fuel problems. I don't care if we got cars or not. They didn't have recycling problems. I don't care if we got plastic or not. They didn't have none of these problems about Earth, ice caps melting, none of this shit. But yet we had all these fucking problems, but yet we the smarter generation. You got motherfuckers over here licking candles, bro, y'all gotta go look at some of the shit that's on the internet. And you tell me the cavemans ain't smarter than some of the humans we see right now in this civilization. They make movies mocking us without us knowing we being mocked. We call it the Western Hemisphere. Let's remind y'all that. The astrology you learn here is called Western astrology. So it only teach you about a zodiac. It don't teach you about planetary alignments. It don't teach you about the house system. It don't teach you about the seasons. That's it. It don't teach you about the degrees in the sign. That's it. So not only that, you have westernized. Everything being the West is being brought to man. Everything in the East is being brought to spirit. So you got a confusion that's going on. Notice how the East people seem like they're more spiritual. They got the dot on their head. They got their head wrapped up. They go through all of this. And they book. The reason why they feel like that because you read their book in order to say that you're spiritual. Their book that's based off them. It tells you it did not say the Bible to a place in America. Go ahead and lie to yourself. So the Bible, so you telling me your God that you believe in as American Christians in this whole thing, black or white, you telling me your God don't love you as much as it love the people in India. That's all it's saying. Because this God was favorite to the people of India. This God was only looking out for the people of India. This God didn't even mention that y'all guys stayed alive, period. Like, I'm talking about yeah. So then we wonder, we were like, damn, what is going on? How do these people keep giving us? They getting y'all because y'all don't understand what's going on. Y'all keep following the person that's lost that they gave y'all. Y'all ain't asking questions like how they get 1 million views and we never heard of them. Y'all don't even know how to question where a plant pop up from. So now with the conspiracy theorists or the woke community, this is where industry plant come in at. Do you know that an industry plant don't have to sign up? Don't have to be so chosen by the government? Did you know that? No, because you have people like Anton Daniels. You have people like Myron from Fresh and Fit. You have people like the Hodges twins that make it like it's a background of color that's fucking up the world. What? How y'all say, oh, it's black people that's fucking up the world and brown people, yet every president being white? Obama is not black, he was Hawaiian, and that was even made by white men. That's a whole self-proclaimed Mennonized island. So he was just a white man with a different color, but they got you. Because you go by colorism. Got you niggas. My president is black. My Lambo too had Jeezy sell more albums than he can ever sell now. Y'all don't think that was part of the politics and entertainment system? Rapping fingers, tying hands, shaking hands. Oh shit, here we go again. So y'all don't think that the king and the Joker, the one that's sitting over there trying to make the king and queen laugh, has something to do with something? Oh, so now y'all don't know about the pawn. Oh, now we don't know about puppets. Now where the puppets go at? What happened to the puppeteers and the puppets? Remember that shit? What happened to the chess match with Jesus on one side, or God on one side, and the devil on the other? What happened to all that shit? Oh, so now you realize that God was them too. Ha! You realize later on that devil was them too. They playing the sides of both and getting you to choose for your own destruction. So whether you in this religion, that religion, whether you're not in religion and in politics, they still got you. Whether you're not in religion or politics, but you just care about your basketball team, they still got you. They still got you to put on a jersey for a different team that you thought was different, and it all said on the back of it, the devil. Man. It said right under the devil, man. Then on the other side, it said the God, man. So we all just went to playing on these football teams. Like, yeah, man, my team better than your team. So you ain't realize the whole game was weird? So you still believe in basketball and football. You still believe in these companies that are waste $100 million getting Steelers, Pittsburgh's jerseys printed on something before they play the Super Bowl in order for them to win, but you don't think it's no coincidence? I'm telling y'all, bro, we ain't got fucking IQ. That IQ must be mean I quit. And higher your IQ is, the most you fucking quit when it comes to common sense thinking. That's all IQ can mean at this point. I quit. I quit. They're like, they're gonna common sense. I quit. The higher your I quit fast. Like, damn, chat. It's like we just gonna give up on common sense. We gonna start believing in the Santa Claus theory more than we gonna believe in Goat Man in the woods more than we believe in we walking through the woods every day. There's people that live in the woods that's homeless. It's bad when y'all done started believing alien videos, right? Of aliens coming around killing everything and destroying everything, but the cameraman is right there, never get hurt. Cameraman be indestructible. I'm talking about the cameraman have the hands of Hades and Zeus around his ass. Like, how the fuck the cameraman never get hurt? They show these old Arctic aliens, the video be from 1947. They show you them going to the moon, the camera already there while they landing. So you telling me really the cameraman was the first nigga on the moon? Because the nigga was already there setting up the camera. So we got that. We got JFK dude turning around with a gun, killing him. We got all this shit coming out. But they only showed that once on television. On televised TV, they only showed that shit once. And they didn't want to show it again. So we live in a world where we'll share videos of shit that don't teach us nothing. Like I'm going to tell y'all every time I get on this motherfucker. Out of 20 years of you watching basketball, what have you learned and where can you apply that in real life? Out of 30 years of being in the church, now that you're 70 years old, out of 30 years of being in the church, besides having false faith, of believing in shit whether it's going to happen for you or not, and whether you move the leg or not, what the hell have you learned? Have you actually learned something in the church? Have you actually learned something from the politics? They always switch. So no matter if you knew the politics of 1947, it ain't the same today. There we go again. So you can't learn from the education system because you only learn math and reading. You use nothing else in life. Tell me I'm fucking wrong. You're never going to use speed and distance and all that shit. All you're going to use is, man, I'm trying to hurry up and get there. So you're never going to use none of this stuff that they taught you purposely. But yet a nigga like me have one viewer in here. 4 viewers in here. Y'all don't think it's a coincidence? Y'all don't think like maybe we going to put a stronghold on this motherfucker? He make too much sense. He's going to have our Christians realizing how stupid they actually is. I don't care if it's my grandma, you're stupid. You believe in a fairy tale. Your grandma haven't seen it. Your great grandma haven't seen Jesus. A whole tribe called Native Americans haven't seen Jesus. But an Israeli dude over there seen Jesus 2,000 something years ago. So we got to go back 2,000 years ago for somebody to say that they seen something happen. In the same year, this same argument's been told for thousands of years. We're not even wondering, did everybody see Zeus? We're not even wondering, did everybody see Ra? But yet, these civilizations is older than your gods. But yet, your God is more important. And your God is the start of all this, but he's the youngest one. Man. Share the video. Fucking share the video. I'm gonna be like the begathon today. I'm begging like the rest of these screamers now at this point. So y'all don't understand when his son left the building and Venus came. So people running around thinking Alpha Data and Zeus was 2 real people that went together. They don't know that Alpha Data was Venus. Oh shit. They ain't know Zeus. Oh God. They ain't know Zeus was talking about. You can either say at this moment the 5th house, or you could put it and say later on the other moment the 9th house. Which is all signs that they tell you now in Western astrology, sextile each other. Oh, y'all two meant to be together. Man, the love romance fake, the philosophy fake, the history fake. Everything we live in is fake. The food fake, people fake, their mentality fake, every goddamn thing fake. That's what's wrong with America now. It went from being the realest, most authentic shit there was in nations. Wouldn't sell out for shit. You had to kill the whole lands. It wasn't one tribe that wanted just to sell out. No, they had to make agreements and all this type of shit for trickery. Then turn around and kill them with diseases. Couldn't kill the motherfuckers with the same art of comeback that y'all teach now. Because y'all ain't have it. You ain't have it in you. You had to force it. They manipulated things. Them Native Americans climbing up them trees and shit. Swimming in them oceans. Swimming like a goddamn guppy fish or a trout. Man, them motherfuckers couldn't handle that shit. They were drowning when they fell off that boat. They ain't really know how to swim. They ain't really had the time to go through all that. When they came here, they found out about all them beaches and stuff like that. And one of these beautiful lands. Because they was like, it remind them of the jungle, but it's a little less secure. And then they seen that how we had all this unity. How we had a whole tribe building nothing but the best furs of the furs. Because they stand in the area where these furs was easier to get. Then you got the ones that had the corn. The ones, each tribe had their own special thing. Not only their own special holiday, their own dance, song, everything. They had their own religion that way, bro. They didn't need nobody telling them on how they're going to move and they part of their world as a legion. They already had legacy. They already had unity. They didn't need y'all. The only thing y'all brought was conquer and dividing, which didn't bring unity. It brought chaos. Then they turn around and tell you out their own mouth, chaos bring order. And then got us in order where they could script stuff from us and we don't even be mad about it because we so okay with it. Because we like the little bit of freedom we have. Oh, yeah, don't worry about it. Y'all don't realize what's cooking from you? You can't pay nothing. You can't go the rest of your life not paying shit. So your freedom was gone out the gate. Even though they called you land of the free and told you land of the free, every American, the American dream was to go get a house, an acre and a two with a picket fence. But more people that ain't from America live an American dream more than Americans. So you got Israeli Mossads, foreigners, people that ain't never been, New Zealanders, all these people, Europeans, all these people come here, get a full house, get a full pay from the government. I showed y'all that and I broke that shit down. And I showed y'all by the truth, what it was, the trust program or whatever the fuck it's called. But as Americans, there's no programs for you besides welfare, which is going to keep you down. Because mind you, when you start receiving too much on welfare, now you get charged. Wow. But yet, us as the taxpayers, this is what we paying our shit for. We paying our money up for the people that can't do this. The people that can't work. The people that can't do this. Right? Then turn around, none of it go to them. Do you know how hard it is to get disability? Do you know how hard it is to get SSI? Do you know that retirement can't pay for shit? Do you know that 401k plan is just bullshit that it actually takes from your checks? So now you're struggling in the beginning instead of the end? And you can still just fuck around and die. So you could have put all that to the side and fucked around and died from a heart attack. And guess what? That money somehow don't go to them. Somehow we still owe them. Then they make your family pay. So you got to pay to live and you got to pay to die. Yet somebody like me don't got 1,000 shares a week. So you got to live to be birthed. You got to pay to be birthed. Because they're going to charge your mother from when your time your ass was born going to the hospital. Then you got to pay the whole time you're living. Then you got to pay while you're dead. Then sometimes these cemeteries get slick. Some of them want annual fees. So now you got to pay for a dead person. And you telling me the Native Americans was going for, nigga, this is our land. God gave us this. We're not just going to give y'all it. And they literally had to fight their life on the line versus ships and shit they never seen before. And all the shit we seen, we ain't even got to fight. We ain't even got to do violence. All we got to do is be aware to what the fuck is going on. And we can't do that. Man, damn, boy. What a time to be living. I ain't gonna lie, I like it because just to see how smart I was. You know, I thought that I was uneducated because the school system was hard. You know what I'm saying? I got my high school diploma and I almost had my AA degree, but I quit the last year. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, I had a child to take care of and stuff. I went towards my responsibilities now than later because I didn't have that choice. I had a baby mother that wasn't, you know, on her end of being able to hold it up. So of course I'm not gonna just leave my child and do all that just for me to become successful in the people's eyes. Because y'all gotta remember what y'all live this shit for. Y'all done started living by their laws and try to make them happy. All the way to the point you got motherfuckers like Anton Daniels. You got motherfuckers like Myron from Fresh and Fit. You got motherfuckers like the Hodges twins sitting there telling a white man or a colonizer type of thinker, a Ku Klux Klan leader, that they want to be part of their organization and still got rejected. Ha! Man. You got 26,000 people watching these people talk less than a couple hours. What's good, son? Less than a couple hours, man. So we live in a world where we like to get advantage taken of us. We like to run to the internet and cry. The smart part I like about the people that's running to the internet and crying, they getting paid for it, y'all. They getting monetized off crying. So they doing it. They doing something with that esoteric energy. It might not be all what they could do out of it, but they did something with it. All energy is good energy esoterically. So when you know what to do, even when people try to put the hot head on you, at least you got it. It's some people been out here their years of their life, just like me. 6 years on YouTube. That still ain't never get the attention of just 1,000 people watching you at once. Yet, it done been kids on YouTube, people that could barely speak English on YouTube. And like I ain't trying to be funny, barely can even speak their own languages. Like it been some motherfuckers that you need to question why the hell they even got a camera. Yet these the motherfuckers we let lead. Hey, listen, I don't mind. I'm just going in just to go in at this point. I don't mind watching Castanet a little bit. You know why that little bit kick in? Because I start seeing agendas. I start seeing where he allowed this young guy that's with him to act a certain way. Then we start digging in deep. And it's like, yeah, bro, we get it. You have no control of that. Let you tell it. But at the same time, by it being so publicized, that's where you getting into it at. So yeah, you might not be an agent on purpose, but you coming off as an accidental one. And let me guess, you find it okay because you once did these things to blow up on the internet. That's the point. They already getting y'all. They said in order to survive through the entertainment system, to become more successful, they wanted black men or people to put on dresses, which demasculate the men, right? Y'all boys is putting on dresses before even getting a role in a movie. Before even getting blowed. Ha! Y'all don't think that's worse? But either way, this not saying to stop fucking with these people. No, because you need that entertainment to keep your life off of this real shit that I'm talking about. Because this shit hurt. This shit hurt to know that every day you wake up, you got to work until you die. To know that every day of your life, you gave to these people since you was able to walk. Soon as your ass was able to walk, you was in pre-K. Soon as after that, you was a head start. And all since then, you go all the way up to the 12th grade. Some of y'all don't have to be in school 12 years. I'm not stupid. Some people only go to school for 8. But you still did 8 years of your life after being born. So you 16 when you graduate or something like that. And some of y'all 18. For you now to before 21 have to have a job down pat. Otherwise, guess what? You're starting to wear down the livelihoods of others. You got to get out here in the system. You was already in the system. It was just giving you a head start on the system. Getting you started before the system started. Then it went to grading you. It was telling you level 1, level 2, level 3. So instead of telling you level 1, level 2, level 3, they ain't got to tell you that because you already experienced in the levels. So get what they're doing. They're already analyzing the levels that you're experiencing. So now get what they get to do. Grade it. That simple. Grade it. So now you're graded should you be in this level or not. So nah. We don't just got school systems and then like they're teaching your child. No, they're hoping your child catch up as they go along. It's not they don't have the time to stop and focus on what your child didn't catch on to. As the parents, that's your job. So as the parents, your job is to help them with their homework, help them understand and read the words they don't understand, help them do everything to the point that you wonder what the fuck was the teacher's job. And then not only that, our whole education system lead us to failure. So it's like I was saying earlier, you got the Anton Daniels who was like, well, if you had a college degree, guess what, Anton? Everybody can get a college degree. And a lot of those pull you back because now you owe these colleges forever. But you know who don't? The kids that's not in poverty. They got a head start, bro. Did you forget? They people already shook hands with individuals. Then their families already getting them in certain educational programs where this scholarship or this degree is accepted more than this degree. Somebody seen you come from ITCU college or whatever that shit called versus somebody's coming from Harvard University. You think they're going to pick a ICDCU college ass nigga? Versus, y'all crazy. So if y'all don't think these fraternities, these brotherhoods, and all that is showing you pre versions of a Masonic lodge, you don't know what's going on. That's why people in religion don't go nowhere. That's a footstep in a Masonic lodge. You have to learn the religions, then go up. Y'all just got stuck in the religions. So y'all got to go through all this shit to become a Freemason, do all this weirdo shit. You got to go through all this to become a Christian, do all this shit to become up in life. But I'm sitting here spitting that same knowledge. And look, as soon as I go to spitting, and look at them numbers. Keep playing with them, y'all. They don't do nothing to me. You see, I haven't shut up for a whole 45 minutes. It's not going to jam me. It ain't going to do nothing for me. I'm watching the reactions of y'all, which is why I like y'all reacting. Watching the reactions of y'all while they're sitting there saying there was 0 viewers. I'm right next to my internet box. This joker less than 10 feet away from me. Good Wi-Fi, the best that you could get in my area, period. So when we talk about stuff like this, it's too many coincidences to be marked out. We got a whole checklist. Now, for those back in the back, what we broke down today is how people get lost into the sun and thinking that the sun, or the time of falling, the sun going into Libra, the time of falling, aka the fall of the people, September the 22nd was 0 degrees. Then September the 23rd was 1 degree. Because why? The sun moves approximately 1 degree every day. You see it? So look, let's get to it. Now I want y'all to read this. Across the path. Y'all remember what I said about God looking in the 360? Due to the earth rotation with the sun completing its full 360-degree circuit, so it look like a circuit race above us, in about 365 days. Do y'all see that? So the 360 is very equivalent to the 365. So while y'all sitting there saying it's 365 days of the year, and then don't understand that God looking in the 360 was explaining the sun going to each day of the year, explaining that each day of the year all the way down to the months have a difference in uniqueness, then y'all lost. Then what the fuck is you talking about? Yeah, when the sun going to Libra, that means it's fall. That simple. That simple. That simple. The debilitation point. Look, the debilitation point. So the sun is debilitated in Libra. So that's the reason why Libras as themselves have a hard time finding the right friends. They always bending over wrong backwards for the wrong individuals. Because you know they represent the waistline. Libra is your waistline. And y'all got to stop thinking that because y'all don't have these planets in alignments that these ain't y'all. We all this stuff. Let's get it. Aries. Aries. All the Aries constellation they had. Then we got the throat. We got the Taurus. You know what I'm saying? The Taurus mouth. Then you got the damn Gemini. Then you got the fucking Cancer. Then you got the Leo. Then you got the shoulders, all that shit, bro. Each part of our body, all the way down to the feet. 2 feet. And Pisces is represented with 2 fish. And our feet look like fish. 2 fish swimming in opposite directions. Your foot not going in the same direction. Your big toe is not all the way on the left and then all the way on the right. I mean, all the way on the left of the other foot as well. No. Your big toe is right here on one foot and on the other foot is right here. So they're in the opposite direction. Oh, fish swimming in opposite direction, which later on is just letting you know that Pisces have a bad problem when it comes to their emotion. Because people go the wrong direction, go the opposite direction than the emotion that they was trying to put them in. Whether they was too shallow and the person thought they were going deep, or whether they was too deep and the person thought they was going shallow. Y'all fucking with a bad motherfucker. It ain't no way they can play these type of games with me. Like I told y'all, there's no playing it with me, dog. That's it. That's it. That's it. So that's all it was trying to talk about. I don't know what made these people thought that it was. Why do a rapture only exist into y'all shit? Why it don't exist into nothing else but Christianity and stuff? Why is it that y'all hoping the whole world blow up and Jesus come get people that's so-called did everything they supposed to did? How can you do everything you supposed to do according to that Bible? That's already self-contradiction. Then they told you we all live in sin. So how y'all got y'all sins forgiven? To know that y'all was finna get picked up by Jesus. To know that y'all was finna get in Jesus' bus VIP tickets. Like, come, bro, it's to the point so bad that Christians pissing me off so bad, dog. Because you know why? I was part of that dumbass shit, dog. I was sitting here at one point, every time I said something, I had a bad feeling. I'm like, man, why the fuck I believe that shit? For real? Do I really believe that stupid shit? Do I really believe it's a man that's going to come fix all this wrong that been done? But this man allowed this wrongness to go on for 2,025 years? before he was like, yeah, let me come back and correct it. Like I said, normally you're supposed to be on this depiction like, yeah, your grandma supposed to be proud of you. Not. She in that church. You know what I'm saying right now. Believing in, I don't know what the fuck. Paid more money than that damn church than a lot of people pay to any goddamn thing else. I promise y'all that shit. It's coming from a Jewish holiday. Here we go again with the Jews. The Jews run the world. The Jews, the J's, the Jesuses. Then we got the G's, the Freemasons, the square and compass. Let's look at this. Let's do schooling with drip. Let's see if the education system openly saying that they're teaching you how to be a Freemason. Let's see. Okay, square and compass. Square and compass. Okay, let's get it. Square and a compass. And we can switch this one out. They just made it too damn easy for me. I wanted it to be a little difficult to find in that there. Hold on, y'all, because y'all know how they like to teach you about the protractor, right? And you start learning about degrees and all that here. Let's look at it. Let's look at it. Do you guys remember this in school? Oh, so these Masons was literally teaching you degrees. So then when you learn about the black and white over there, then you start learning about the 33rd degree Masonry, which is the highest, not Masonic degree, but the highest of what we see or call a Masonic branch. Because they start living by something different then. They become one of the higher elites then, not one of the foreshadowed ones that we see today. Let's look at this. Oh my God. Do that sign not look familiar to y'all? A lot of our county boards is represented with this. Now look. Oh my God. Ain't this something? And they told you, like I told y'all, what I said the other day. Did they lie and say we teaching y'all geometry? No, they're not teaching you geometry. They're getting you lost in shape, lost in these shapes and squares and triangles and shit. They're getting you put in octagons. They're getting you put in pentagons. Why you think they named their shit the Pentagon? Like they named their shit a shape on purpose. Then after that, and go to naming stuff where it's pushed by a square and a compass. So didn't teach you that in geometry that it had something to do with Freemasonic temples. Didn't tell you that. Didn't tell you about the 103.5, the 135, none of that shit though. Didn't show you about none of the odds, even. But then look, let's see it. Square and a compass is the universal recognized symbol of Freemasonry, representing ethnical behavior and self-control. So all the people that y'all fucking Anton Daniels and Myron, since y'all like to say black people are so wild and out of control and don't like to be, you know why? Because they wasn't meant to be in control. You think the Great Spirit put a human to be in control of you? That's what's wrong with you Christians. Y'all think that it's not y'all responsibility or duties to get y'all shit obligated. Y'all think it's somebody else's responsibility. It's God to come and heal you. God to come and switch that for you. Hell no. And I ain't saying that these damn people that be talking about they healing. What the hell y'all healing from? How can y'all heal and do terriers? None of that shit makes sense. So y'all know I ain't playing with these people. Look, the square. Masonic ritual. These working tools are essential to Masonic rituals and ceremonies where they are used to teach moral, spiritual lessons. So they tell you this is the. So if we lived in a thing where this water bottle was an actual ankh, and say when you really touch an ankh, if you was good, you healed. If you was bad, you burn up. They're giving y'all the evil. They're giving y'all Satan and pitchfork and saying, here you go. And we taking Satan pitchfork and be like, You get what I'm saying? They're giving you the tools of destroying yourself like mankind, as in saying you're going to be going against God. So they're giving you this. They're like, here go the pitchfork. And you learn about the pitchfork throughout school. Then one day you hope to be one of the ones that could grab that scepter or that pitchfork. Then when you turn around, you go to look at the satanic rituals. Then you go to turn around and you look at the Christian rituals. Then you turn around and you're like, hold the fuck up. Why do they look so much the same? Why is the satanic leader holding a scope? And why is the religion leader holding a scope? Why do both of them have a snake wrapped around the scope? Because y'all don't know about the sun and the moon. Y'all don't know that this snake represented the moon once upon a time ago. Oh, y'all don't believe it? Hold up. Let's get to that too. Oh, shit. Like I said, I could cook all day, bro. There's so much shit that's lost in the world. I could never run out of things. I promise y'all this. I'm trying to tell you. That's just where they like to do. Like to do. Oh, I was gonna break down the Lacuna, and I was gonna break down Socrates too, so y'all can understand why they be having little weird shit like this and stuff like this. So you can understand. Do you see that? Oh, but y'all don't understand the snake shit, the snake worship. They'll have y'all run away from it because y'all don't understand what it is. So you'll see, if you notice in Egyptianology, in the ancient Egypt, it was always talking about the snake. It was always talking about the representation of a snake. Did y'all ever notice that a snake could have many different characteristics, although they all could be considered as a snake? You got venomous snakes, you got non-venomous snakes, you got shooting venomous snakes, you got snakes that only could scare, snakes that look like they scary, snakes that look like they won't attack and will attack. You got snakes that look like plant snakes that look... So do y'all understand how unique a snake is when it comes down to its patterns of how it could be the same species but have a whole different mentality or sometimes have a whole different look to it, aka just like humans. Just like fucking humans. So we don't understand why Medusa and stuff has snakes representing her in her head. We don't understand that type of stuff. You know why? Because they don't teach people this type of shit. And look, here are the numbers, man. I ain't got time to be teaching this shit for no reason. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't. Because this is the reason why people right now are getting lost into reptilians and stuff like that. Because they don't understand it. They don't understand what's going on. Even right here, right? People don't understand what's going on, bro. So, yeah, people don't understand. So, when it comes down to that, dog, that's the reason why I said, I forgot how you spelled it. What's the name, too? Hold on. Oh, I don't know why I ain't just put it in the style, too. I forgot to show y'all the style. Hold on. What? I'm really hungry. All right. Well, you just ate. What the fat ass child? All right, fine. Microwave. He already ate some of the ribs. Fine, make you a sandwich or one of them microwavables or something, boy. No. Which one y'all want to see? Because I got a lot of them up here. I'm just sitting watching my damn self. Look, I'm going to show y'all. Bam. Bam. Look at it. Bam. So when y'all seeing these, y'all might not understand how deep it goes. Might not understand how deep it goes. Look. You got a man on the cross. They letting you know, I hold Christ. I am Christ. They're not talking about this man here is Christ. They're talking about I'm Christ. I'm the holder of Christ. Then they show you the spiral, right? The circle of life type thing, right? You remember that? The flowers of creation and all that shit there. See how they symbolize it and throw it all up in their stuff? Because and it be secret Native American hobbyism, but people don't know Native American hobbies and the things and the whereabouts of how they used to move because we so lost into this shit. We never learned our own shit. You get what I'm saying? That's the people. I ain't talking about me. Hell no. But either way, man, look at these motherfuckers. These are your people that has it good with God more than you. God like this motherfucker here more than you. That's what they basically telling. That's Pope Francis. You know what I'm saying? Pope. You know, Pope ain't here today. That Pope ain't here today with us. But at the same time, this is just where it come from. You gonna trust an individual like that, black, especially black people in Christianity. He don't look like one of them racist guys that you get a bad feeling from when you pull up. Oh, because they don't show you their racism up front. That's the reason why you don't believe in it. Did y'all be seeing those videos when people ask people racist questions and they don't say nothing racist? Then when a person walk around the corner and they get somebody else to walk up to them and say something to them, then they get racist? We got all that different type of shit still going to this day. Still going to this day. To that you even see, the Uncle Toms is still here. You got Uncle Ruckus live in the fest. You got Myron being the skinny Uncle Ruckus. You got the Hodges being the fat Uncle Ruckus. Both of them. The Hodges twins. Then you got the boy over there, goddamn Professor Xavier, goddamn Elon Musk Jr. over there, Anton Daniels. So we got all these different fake ass content creators, and Anton Daniels, you should know better, because for some reason, something telling me that you got lost in the wave. You weren't like the rest of these agents. You became like an agent without knowing it or knowing it. Like the rest of them started out as agents. Like the way they talk, they talking points, all that shit. You started out with a whole different background. It should have been different for you. So like I told you on your TikTok, I came to your TikTok wall like a man and told you. I made a video about you. After seeing your comments, we ain't even got to talk to. I ain't got to tell them, hey, I talked this shit about you or none of that. I don't need to call. I need you to know. You know what I'm saying? I need you to go see that motherfucker so you can snap in and snap out of that bullshit you talking, making it sound like life easy because your life easy, bro. Other people really going through it right now. You can't say because you're doing good or you're doing successful that other people ain't. I hate when people go through that. One nigga go to balling and now it's his first time ever balling. He like, boy, we all up in the world. No, we not, nigga. This is just your first time being up. That's how it go, man. But either way, not the actual hate, though, because that's a strong word. But I really, really do despise that and dislike it. For real, for real. So, let's get into it, man. These people have lost people and continue to lose people. Back to back. Everything I just did today, bro, it ain't one person on this bitch doing slides like that live for y'all, breaking it down as we going and drawing the lines from each one of them. So when we talk about all the way from fucking the fall, the end times, all the way to the same people that, you know, we holding the scalp, got a sculptor and got this staff with these snakes on it, back to why the snake even representing without getting spookism, without getting scared of it. So this shit was needed for if the Christians did come through. Y'all needed that. But you know them, it hurts. They ain't even gonna make it through the video. A Christian make it through this video, boy, they gonna have tears. They might have a blackout without nobody actually touching them. You have to be careful right now with this shit. I'm telling you, the truth hurts so bad. You liable to see somebody just give up their whole faith out of the day. And people don't understand it. People don't understand it. Now let's get to it. Look. Planetary alignment. Do y'all see that? February 28th. Let's hope they don't use this, y'all, and saying that God coming back because the 6 planets and this and that, all according to Star Walk. It's always according. They got who they according to. How does one person message get out that much? How does one guy that was talking about the rapture get around to everybody in the fucking world? How? If the man up here making up bullshit, how? You get what I'm saying? Like, that shit don't make no sense. If somebody up here telling the truth, it somehow don't make it nowhere near that far. But a motherfucker up here telling y'all gonna get superpowers tomorrow, and then another motherfucker come around years later and not tell y'all all gonna get blasted by God to go into heaven. Do y'all not remember the Foster eBay nigga? I'm sorry I had to say his name. God damn it. Like, damn, what happened to them motherfuckers that were just around this bit doing all this shit, talking about the this and that they're supposed to be happening and then disappear? What happened to my superpowers, my G? You told me the last September, like 2 Septembers ago, I supposed to got that superpowers. I ain't get them fucking superpowers yet. And I'm mad about my superpowers. Y'all all told us, bro, y'all, if y'all believe that, y'all some grown kids, kids spiritually, grown physically. That's it. Now, let's get into it. Boop. The moon is in Libra as well. Here we go. God gonna judge you off of how you was carrying yourself from the inside. And God don't care nothing about how you was carrying yourself from the outside. You know why? Because that God can't see from the outside. That's the only God that we got is blind. So if I was to sit there and I was to bring up Kinshay from more to come back, I would think that Kinshay has more to do with the Libra constellation than a lot of ones. Either the Scorpio. You know why? Because he blinded by the light. He can't see the light for some reason. That's why I would say that. Like, you get what I'm saying? X-Men, Cyclops, I would say Cyclops would be the Aries. You know why I would say that? Because Cyclops is over-exalted with heat to the point that he have to wear glasses to put it down, to maintain it. You get what I'm saying? That type of shit. That's all I'm saying. So, like, just to show y'all, like, I could take my own superheroes and name people. I could sit there and name, just come up with somebody named Juke Man. Juke Man can have the powers of Aquarius and have the powers of Virgo, right? So Juke Man, instead of me just saying Juke Man is just some guy that got these 2 powers, I would make it like Juke Man throw rocks and pick up rocks from the ground and lift them up like they air or something, turn everything light. So Juke Man could touch stuff and turn it from being super dense like a rock into making things super light like air. So even if I was to talk about that spiritually, I could be talking about Juke Man being someone that could take the material of the world, no matter what the world going through, and make light matters of it. So no matter how much they going through, could make light of their own situation. That's simple. create a whole magazine, all that shit off of it. I just broke that down for y'all. And that's why I'm saying I'm giving up too much damn sauce just to be talking to my damn self. That's just too real. But anyways, y'all, finna get up out of here, man. Make sure you do what you're supposed to do on your shit. You get what I'm saying? Have your own responsibilities. Don't be blaming it on no exterior source thinking that that's how it works. No, you got to bring if it was an exterior source, some of y'all need to use that. And be like, well, because, like I said earlier, them with having religion puts that self-control on people so people won't get out of hand. That's what I wanted to talk about. God damn it, hold up real quick. Got to go back to that. Can't let them get all the way from that one. Because the yellow dwarf and all that shit. Here we go. Got to talk about that. Forgot about that. Bum. Right now, our sun is in a stage called yellow dwarf. If it is about 4.5 million years old. So, the sun is that old and we didn't think the Bible was talking about the sun one time? Okay, either way. But all this, and how y'all know billions of years ago what something is? Like, how can y'all identify something a billion years ago? Like, these people be making up numbers, bro. Y'all got to stop believing this shit, man, for real. Like, this shit's bad. All right. So now, not only do they make up numbers and lie about numbers to us in our face, they lie about what's actually the sun. They lie about in religion or what's actually the Christ and what they actually explaining. So everything, as y'all see, I just showed y'all the truth in everything they said, but showed y'all how it was a lie at the same time. Showed you, yeah, it's the fall of the son. It is the fall of Jesus. As because the Jesus we just talking about was the son of Jesus. So now, yes, it's the fall of the Son of God. Damn sure it is. Where Jesus is falling from the sky and making everybody arise with him that's supposed to be coming up. It damn sure is that. It's the fall. It did say tell you the seasons. It did say that. Let's even get into context even before I leave real quick just to help the people in the back. Because there'll be a lot of slow motherfucking thinkers because they holding on to a bias. Instead of just giving up and be like, what if nobody taught me none of this shit? And I seen this for the first time. Would I believe it? Would you believe in a Jesus Christ if nobody ever gave you a book and told you it was some man in the sky that's like you, that was a human, just like you died, just like you could die, but easier somehow? Native Americans had to die by bombs and super crazy, sickness that was unheard of. This guy died by some individuals. So I'm just throwing it out there. Now let's get to it. Cause that shit there is crazy within itself. A God died normal as hell. That ain't blasphemy in itself. And then the God was a man, but then in the Bible they tell you don't believe in man, believe in God. But then tell you later on that these God got emotions like man. So this God is telling you I'm the one and only God and don't believe in man, but then turn around and tell you do not get jealous or I will get jealous of other gods. Then turn around and tell you that man was Jesus and man was Adam. What? And man, God damn, boys. I don't even get how people be getting lost in that. I don't even forgot even what I was going to go to. Y'all done lost me just trying to figure out y'all dumb lostness. Because I remember being in there and they made sense out of nothing. They never made sense. But they knew how to just go on through the next situation when they didn't know it. So just like I was explaining earlier, if y'all people don't know, I was explaining the 360 concept. As y'all can see, 360 degrees is awareness of everything. Do y'all see that? God looked in a 360 can be interpreted as God having complete 360 awareness of everything. And what I'm saying is the awareness is the sun. Just like the sun has fallen, the sun entered Libra yesterday, and the sun is officially a Libra because it's in the first degree of somehow was some would say. Now, let me go back to what I was to earlier. So now look, I'm showing y'all the degrees that the sun was in, how they track the sun. So I'm showing y'all that these motherfuckers know where the sun at. Then I'm showing you how long it takes for the sun to move. So just proving all the points of what I said. And look, the start of the Libra season, which is the cardinal, the celestial event. Y'all remember this? Event. Because it was the start of the event. Y'all remember that when I read that about the Bible part? About what happened in Richard? Look, the event. So the actual event is the fucking event. The start and diamond of the event. Like, what the fuck? I don't see how people get lost into that. I just broke it down for y'all and gave y'all the sauce that easy. Y'all ain't even got to go look for it. As soon as a Christian go to talking shit, tell that nigga to explain that. Tell him to explain that. Tell him to explain. Tell him and say, if you was to look at the whole Bible as not people, but characteristics and mentalities that we will all go through as spirits, would it be any contradiction? Nope. Even with their little false ass book, nope. But hey, the way y'all read it, sex before marriage, how the fuck we gonna reproduce then? So we gotta wait to get married. That don't even make sense. So why the hell you had to get married from this judge in a court? So then they put a judge in your relationship. Mind y'all, the judge, the relationship, God has fallen, justice in the court, you will be judged for who you was. It's all just talking about the Libra constellation. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. It's nothing more. We're just talking about the seventh house. That's it, man. I don't get why we got to go so deep into getting lost.